All right. Thank you all for coming on here. Janelle and I are going to be going back and forth on a few different things that we want to bring to your attention and share with you and challenge you with, as we are also personally challenging ourselves to do. Okay. So Janelle, actually, you're going to start. That's right. So you go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to start something on Monday. I've talked about this a little bit. If you're on my team and you're in the Inspire chat, you probably heard me getting really excited about coming across a 2-year-old Facebook page called Square One that Lori Bradford and Amber Miller created. And we're going to go back to the basics, and we're going to start at square one, and we're going to work our way through this. This is not a big amount of work to do on a daily basis. It's just a simple thing to watch or read, and then it gives instructions on what your action step is. And so starting Monday, I'm going to put a little, where you vote, a poll in our chat. And when you've completed it for the day, just mark Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. But we're going to work through this collectively as a group so that we have a good foundation on building our network, expanding our network, and in posting, and just some simple guidelines. For example, I could have screen shared, but I want to keep this short. This says guide 1, week 1. And if you click on day 1, it has like examples of some graphics or it talks about having like, oh, great. I just lost it. But basically how to, like, how you make a post and you get everybody to comment on it, like bringing people to your algorithm. And then day 2, it tells you, okay, it says sharing Plexus, and it has some pictures of some really tacky, ancient Plexus Slim graphics. And it says, don't do this, but instead do this. And it gives some examples of like posting a selfie of you or you going on a walk or whatever. It kind of just gives some basic tips. And we're going to be going through this together. And I know you might feel like you know all this stuff, but I actually forget a lot of this stuff myself, and I need a refresher because sometimes when you've been doing this for so long, it's hard to it's hard to remember sometimes, and it's hard to reteach it to somebody new. So I really want us to use this resource. Once we've worked our way through it, we're going to feel confident when we have a level 1 come to us and say, I want to do the business, but I don't know where to get started. And we can direct them to Square One and do it with them. So I will make sure you're all added to this page. I'll share the link again in our chat, and you can request to join. I'm an admin, so I can approve you. And that's all I have about Square One.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. All right. Next, I want to talk to you briefly about a training that some of us have been talking about doing. For a while, I personally have been feeling for myself, having this gut sense, no pun intended, that I need more training. I do not want to be a cap on anyone on my teams or any people who are on my team. I don't want to cap anyone with my lack of leadership. Okay. And so we should always be learning and applying and increasing in growth, personal development, and leadership skills and all that. Okay. So, some of us have been talking, and we have found, not found, but with other people's suggestions, there is a monthly training through Brooke Hemingway. Brooke Hemingway, most of you know, I think, she's what, like a double diamond. And she has different kinds of coaching and group coaching and things like that, and monthly memberships to different resources and activities and exercises and Zooms and things that she does. So looking into it, I will be doing what's called the Pink Club. We are not requiring this for our chat, but we are challenging you to consider it for your own growth. Okay. It is, again, it's not a requirement, but we are encouraging it or encouraging you to consider it. Okay. So I'm personally going to be starting it in the month of February. It's $40 a month. Okay. So some of the things that um come into it, or that are part of it. Um so and I haven't done it yet. So I think Jillian has you've done it, right? Or you've done parts of it. You've done a training with her. I know that. But you get actually I'm going to have Jillian, I just want you very briefly, like 30 seconds or a minute, tell us what, cuz you said in the voice message what you did and what she does, and I loved it. So can you share, remember that 6-minute voice message you sent me? Trim it down to like a minute.
Okay, so Brooke has two options. One is the Pink Club, which is Plexus specific. The other one is her Good Life coaching community that could realistically be applied to any type of business you do. It's like network marketing, business training, coaching, stuff like that. She has multiple Zooms per week. So I will say if you do the Good Life coaching, you get the Pink Club included. It's $10 more. So I feel like for the $10, why would you not? She does master classes. She always has a theme each month. This month is leadership. So she did a whole Zoom about developing goals. But she always taps into very Plexus specific things. So how to leverage contests. So she'll dive deep into the points of a contest, how to earn Punta Cana, how to get the convention contests, how to earn the monthly prizes, whatever promotions are going on. She'll give you different verbiage and challenges of like, okay, we're all going to talk about this. And then she'll have everyone like mute themselves and like everybody go on their stories and do like a live story right now. And then show you how to like follow up from that. How to find people in your virtual office that you could be reaching out to. So she does work with me Zooms, which I really, really love because she will literally strategically show you how she's working her business and what she says to people. Different like ways to close with people. And it honestly, it's really simple stuff that like when you see it, you're gonna be like, why didn't I think of that? So nothing is hard, nothing is like extremely challenging. Nothing is like super uncomfortable, but there are definitely some things where you're gonna be like, okay, I don't normally do this, but let's try it. So it's a lot of fun. She'll give you different like incentive ideas. Like she had given us one idea, if you were to develop a silver, like a fast start silver, you make $50 from that bonus. So reinvesting in that person and saying, okay, well, if you get 3 people and you go fast start silver, I will give you, I'll get you like a free bag of active and a frother or something like that. Because it's not you spending money, it's you reinvesting in them because you're getting a bonus because they went silver. So just different things like that, and different ways to post content, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, she goes over all of it. And yes, she is a double diamond and her husband is also a diamond. So she's one of those people where I'm like, if Brooke suggests it, I'm gonna try it at least once or twice.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. That you covered all those things that I didn't know about because I haven't done it yet. So I'm personally planning on doing it in February. And I think a couple other gals in here may be doing it. So we've already talked. We want to just challenge you to consider investing in some sort of training or doing something that is going to and help you grow, help your skills grow in your Plexus business. Okay, next Janelle is going to talk about the next thing that we have coming up.
Yes. And I don't want you to feel overwhelmed because we're dumping a lot of exciting ideas on you. Our theme is certainly personal growth and action. And so even though we're talking about all of this, it's not gonna like load up your schedule too much. So I just want to encourage you in that area. Okay, so we are gonna start a book club. And we're scheduling it for Monday night at 7:30. That way you can just hop on the book club. It's gonna be 30 minutes or less. And then you'll be able to get on the Rising Diamonds Zoom. And the book that we chose is called Success is a Choice by John Maxwell. And I haven't read this yet, but when I'm skimming through it and I'm reading the chapters, they're very short chapters. There's 14 chapters and they're each about 5 pages long. And if you don't want to buy the book, there is a free PDF of the book online, and I will share it in our chat. So if you'd rather just watch it or read through it on a PDF, that's great. Otherwise, you can buy the book. So it's by John Maxwell. It's called Success is a Choice, and I'll just read a few of the chapters. Number 1, commit to choices that bring success. I love that. Believe in yourself, fire up your passion, initiate action, focus your energy, value preparation, embrace practice, embody perseverance, demonstrate courage, become more teachable, develop strong character, cultivate good relationships, commit to responsibility, and lean in to teamwork. So if you're like me and you're not a big reader, I normally get things on Audible and I just absorb what I can, but I'm really excited about this because they're short and sweet. So we're going to be talking about this Monday night on the book club. And also, I just want to remind you, well, I'm going to talk about that later. Never mind. Go ahead, Melody.
Okay. That is every Monday night we are meeting. So I will talk to Crystal's not on here. Okay, so I'll talk to Crystal about that calendar that she put together, about updating that calendar and getting things squared away on that so that we are all on the same page so we can all keep track of things. Okay. Briefly, I want to talk about Crystal also posted in our committed chat, was it today or yesterday? I don't remember. The corporate training events for 2024. So there's Plexus Gold School, there's Plexus Rubies on the Rise, and there's Leadership of Excellence training. Leadership of Excellence is for Emerald, Sapphires, and Diamonds. Rubies on the Rise is for rubies and senior rubies. Gold School is for golds and senior golds. So in that graphic are several different dates, okay, in this year. Here's what I want to encourage you in, okay, and help you think bigger, is look at where you are at right now and look at the dates on here, okay? If you are not gold yet, or maybe not senior gold, okay, and you are working your way there, can I encourage you and challenge you to actually do your best to plan on being at one of these gold school events? So, for example, if you're not gold, okay, because we have some people in our chat who are not gold yet, I want to challenge you to map out, and that's where we can help you reach out to whichever one of us you want to, okay, can help you map out how to go gold and be able to then go to gold school, say on March 23rd or May 4th or August 3rd, okay? The same for rubies. October 10th through 12th. You know what? I'm assuming the cutoff is the end of September for that one, Janelle. Like have to rank up ruby, probably. Okay, so that one we could check in on that detail. But hey, that's a really great goal to have, and that is extremely doable for a lot of you right now. So rank up to ruby in August, September, and go to rubies on the rise in October. How convenient. Okay. Leadership of Excellence. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I went to my first Leadership of Excellence. I have to admit, I had never been to one yet. I have been in Emerald for 5 years, and I finally went to one last summer. So, but I will say this, I was actually ready for it this last summer. I don't think I was ready for it the other times, okay? But if you become an Emerald in time, You can go to Leadership of Excellence. It is, not to reuse this word, it is excellent. It is excellent. Okay. I don't know how else to say. You know how, like, when you go to convention and you try to describe convention to someone who hasn't gone yet? That's the same kind of feeling and aura I'm trying to explain to you about the dual leadership training that they do at corporate. It is, it's just excellent. Okay. So look at that graphic. Can I challenge you to think big? You guys, think big. Map it out. If you're like, I don't know where to start, please reach out to me. Please reach out to Janelle. Please reach out to us. We want to help you. Okay. Janelle, are you next or am I next? I'm next again. Okay. So here is something I want to talk about. Showing up on social media. We talk about it all the time. But here is something I personally have discovered and observed about my own self, is when I get quiet on social media, like say I've just been on, out of routine and I'm just kind of feeling, because that's kind of how it happens. If I get out of routine, I kind of feel mentally like drained. I don't feel energized. And if I don't feel it, then I don't show up that way. And if I don't show up that way, I'm not attracting the people I want to attract, and I'm not showing up. I'm not having connections with people on social media. So what I want to challenge you with is to make a habit, a healthy habit of showing up regardless of how you feel. Okay? Um Something I've observed, especially this week, and I've seen this happen other times with myself, is that when I spend some concentrated time on Facebook and on Instagram, and I am going and I'm connecting with people, just on different accounts, like I'm commenting on posts and complete strangers, okay? Complete strangers, like on Instagram. And then when I'm on Facebook and I'm like in a Facebook group, for example, like I'm in a nail group, okay. Um, or mom groups or whatever. Um, and when I'm going and I'm spending time commenting on other friends, Facebook friends posts, like I'm spending a good amount of time, like that is considered income producing activity, by the way. So when I'm doing that, suddenly what starts to happen when I start posting in my stories and I start regularly posting on Facebook and I start posting on Instagram, I'm having way more eyeballs on my stories, on my posts, and I end up having more opportunities to talk with people in general about life, which is so easy to then lead into talking about plexus. But the less I am showing up on social media, and if I especially do not show up with a with life, if I don't show up with life and I show up just kind of dull, if does that make sense, then that's not it doesn't it's not a good breeding ground. I don't know how to say it. All I'm saying is what I want to challenge us with is to really work on showing up. Use your stories. If you're not familiar with that, please please ask. Reach out, okay? Um I would even say when you're sitting down to message people, block some time to show up, to really comment and connect with people before you message people and before you post. The more you are in your stories posting and you are posting on Facebook or doing reels on Instagram, the more and more and more opportunities you have to talk with people. Okay. Other part of that is I really want to challenge us to be reaching out to our VIP customers, whether they're new VIP customers or they've been with us for like 2 or 3 years, it doesn't matter. Okay. Reach out to your VIP customers and offer this to them. Okay. Or circle back around to somebody. Maybe you have a VIP customer who's been enjoying her products for a year, and maybe like 6 months ago, you reached out to her about, hey, do you want to do the business with me? And she said, no, I really don't want to do that. 6 months later, now you reach out to her, you're like, "You know what? You've been on my mind. I just wanna circle back and find out just something my gut instinct is to reach out to you about this. Is there any chance that you're going through like, you're in a situation where you would want to earn some extra income if I showed you how doing that through Plexus?" Okay. Reach out to your VIPs, offer to help them, and be checking in with them because we never know when someone is going to be ready to do this. Okay, Janelle, I am going to let you wrap the last part up here.
All right, I'm going to talk about belief just briefly. Competence builds confidence. And so the more trained we are, the more personal growth, the more we know about our products, the more confident that we're going to be sharing our products. And I know that sometimes it takes boldness and it feels scary at first, but the more you do it, the more confident you will feel. And so, of course, we hear this all the time that how do we build our belief, but also how do we build the belief of the people that we've helped order products? Because people will order products and maybe they'll use it for 1 month and they'll say, it didn't work for me. But if we're able to educate them a little bit more about the products, maybe sending them little clips of videos or write-ups about ProBio 5 or Slim, helping to build their belief in our products. And also the more we learn about our products, the more confident we're going to feel when we're helping people tweak their products or troubleshoot with their health issues. I asked a question in my team chat yesterday, and people just shared stories of how Plexus has changed their health. And I thought that was so encouraging and belief building for everybody in there. So be posting testimonies. I just love hearing how Plexus has helped other people. Okay, so with building belief, we need to make sure we have confidence in ourselves, like belief in ourselves. And that's where personal growth comes in. That's what we're doing together. I'm excited about that John Maxwell book, but other ways that we can grow personally is listening to the Master Your Monday Zooms. And I love how Jamie's been training in there. I know that's been so belief building for me. But attending those Zooms or watching the recordings if you can't make it live. I'm always so happy when I get to see your face on a Zoom though. Like I love it when you are able to get on and show your camera, but I know sometimes we're multitasking. But building our belief in ourselves. I remember when Jason and I first joined, we would watch training video after training video in bed. We'd be all ready for bed and we would be watching these videos and we were just imagining that being us. And that built our belief so big when we were brand new to sharing the business. So I know that the more you are able to learn personal growth, whether it's on a podcast or reading books, you're going to feel a lot more confident in sharing about Plexus. And it doesn't have to be a huge leap, but just a little baby step every day of learning. Belief in our business and in our comp plan and in our company. You guys, we're with a debt-free company, and they're not just debt-free, they have a huge savings account. And that's how they're able to invest in us with so many cool incentives. And so you can be confident that our business isn't going anywhere. And this is a legacy business. I know Jane was sharing with me her desire to retire. I talked with all of you about your goals. I know like Hannah's excited about their property in the country and eventually be able to build on it someday. And it's fun for you guys. It's fun for me to be able to visualize what your dreams are. And this business is not going to disintegrate like some other businesses might, but this is here for such a long time that we're going to be able to pass it down to our children as an inheritance because it is a legacy business and we can build it and then we can pass it down. I love that. I just want to encourage you to be maybe watching even diamond documentaries, find people who maybe you can relate with in Plexus, and then go follow them on Instagram or Facebook and be inspired by them. There's also looking through the recognition. Every week we get those weekly recognition emails, and I love just seeing all the golds and silvers and senior silvers that are making the leaderboard. Like, that is awesome to me. Also, a way to build our belief in the product is those Jessica Hugendorn videos. Save them in your notes and put little reminders of what each of those videos are about, or take notes. Just even jotting a few notes of what you're learning about such and such right on your wall. People are going to see that you know what you're talking about, and it's going to pique their interest in our products. Also just learning from Jamie Withrow. I've learned a lot from her. And also PubMed. When I first joined, I was so skeptical, you guys, about the products. And I didn't want to spend the money either. So that made me feel even more skeptical. Like I just was like, I don't want to be spending this money. So these better work. And so I went to PubMed and I started looking up each of the ingredients. I started with Slim, and I wrote down like a little brief sentence about why each little ingredient might work. And then I did it with ProBio 5, and then I did it with BioCleanse. And I remember posting about Plexus, and when I was very new, a friend reached out to me who was very skeptical, but because I had looked every ingredient up in PubMed, I had complete confidence in what I was talking to her about. I didn't know everything, and I didn't know all like the Plexus lingo, but she could hear my heart and she could hear my passion and excitement because I believed in our product, because I read every ingredient. And I'm not even a green personality. So I just want to encourage you guys to just put a little bit of time in every day to learn something about our products and about building your business and personally growing. So I know that I've got a journey ahead of me, but we can do this together. I'm so excited. Did you want me to close it out, Melody? Or are you unmuted? I'll let you talk.
Thank you. I just
Yeah.
a couple things. What I'm going to be doing is typing out and putting like on a screen, like a graphic or screenshot of whatever of my notes, what we talked about tonight, so that everyone can have that to go off of, especially because we are talking about implementing some things and encouraging the implementation of some things. So I'll be doing that and putting it in our chat and pinning it. And then I just want to add to the building belief. I used to watch a lot of diamond documentaries when I was a silver and a gold and a senior gold. And for whatever reason, I got out of doing that. And it occurred to me this week that that was something that actually like fueled and continued to keep my belief that this was extremely possible for me and my family, and not feeling like it was just like, well, they were just lucky because they weren't. They worked for it. You're working for it. I'm working for it. Okay. So if you're having one of those days and you're just feeling kind of like, ugh, it's just, I don't feel like doing this, or just nothing's been going right, go pop on a diamond doc. Go pop on a few diamond docs. Go watch a Jessica Hugendorn video, or there's tons of other ones of other people talking about like the products. And that is going to shift how you are feeling, and it's going to make you want to get into action. Sometimes we have to make ourselves get into action, and that's the way I've had to do it. So that we're ending it. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, and thank you to those of you who watched the recording. Again, I will have everything typed out, and we are excited to start some new things with you all, and we are so thrilled to be growing together, and we cannot wait. We cannot wait to be announcing new ranks and big things for you guys. We cannot wait. So thank you all for coming on tonight. Have a great evening.